Hello, my name is Sarah Costa, and today I'm talking about our class sizes getting too big. In the most recent years, a lot of class sizes are getting a lot bigger than they used to be, and mostly because of the teacher shortages. There was a research project called Project STAR in 1985 to 1989. This project was created in Tennessee, where around 11,600 Tennessee students from kindergarten to third grade. There were about 3 different class size categories: 13 to 17 students, 22 to 25 students, and 25 or more students. The result from the project was startling. The smaller class sizes had over an 8% increase in reading and 9% increase in math compared to the other two class sizes. Project STAR kind of bounced off of the idea of the Maimonides rule in Israel that there should only be no more than 40 students per class. And if there is, you are forced to create a whole new class. That's what the Maimonides rule talks about. A lot of people believe that with smaller class sizes mean that there's going to be more teachers, which means more cost. But there are many ideas and ways that we can figure that out. With more smaller class sizes, it means that there could be less people dropping out because they're having more one-on-one attention. Whenever a student drops out, the government is losing money, and in the end, the teachers are losing money because they get the money from the government. Another idea to help alleviate cost is to have redeploying out of classroom staff. This basically means we can have parents helping out or people who are retired and wants to come back in and just help out in the classroom, because those are the big issues with the big class sizes. Having one teacher with, say, 30 to 40 students is very hard to handle, especially in the elementary age. I'm from California, and California is known in the education department as one of the biggest class sizes. I've been to a school with around, I want to say 3,000, so I had around like 30 to 40 people in my class size, and that was really normal for me. And that's why I'm kind of realized that having a smaller class size would have helped me have a better connection with teachers, because I'd be able to have more one-on-one attention. And that's what a lot of these projects, and even California, is starting to realize, that having more students, it really affects the way that people are starting to learn. Because you can see in this little graph that I have, New York has the smallest amount of students per classroom. The US average is like around, I want to say, like 15 people heads here. And then California's right on the end with so many more heads, around probably like 30 or 40 little heads popping out over here. So it really shows how big California is starting to get and how they're not really doing anything to alleviate the stress. I have another graph here, and it's the class sizes. And the dark, I couldn't get in the color, but the dark ones are the ones that are above average, and the ones in the light are below average. And you can see most of the above average class sizes are actually on the West Coast. Some of them, like Minnesota and Michigan and Wisconsin, and a lot of them are around the coast areas, around Texas and Florida and stuff like that. So there are a lot of below average, but they're starting to be becoming a lot more above average class sizes, which I believe needs to be fixed very soon. Well, even if you have a big class size, there are ways to help get to know the students and be able to teach them more. And a lot of these ideas that I found on websites are actually ideas that my teachers did to help get to know each other. The first one is collaborative grouping. This is where you have like 4 or 5 groups of students, and I had a teacher that every week we would have a whole new group table, so we were able to collab with everybody in the class and get to know everybody, and same with the teachers getting to know us too. I also found out that you need to accept having projects and assignments that might take longer. This is due to the fact that students are having to wait for the teachers to ask their questions. If there's 5 or 6 more people in line, they're going to have to wait their turn, which in turn makes it a lot longer for them to finish an in-class assignment. And then lastly, they need to create more opportunities to get to know their students. For me, when I was in high school and middle school, elementary, we would always have to write a paper talking about who we are, because when it comes to class time, it's very hard for them to like spend a whole week or two trying to learn everybody's name and everything about them. So they would have a paragraph or a page or two talking about who you are. And it was a great idea, but I really wish I still had some smaller class sizes. I had like one for like one of my electives where I had like 10, 15 people, and I really loved that class because she really got to know me and I got to know her. So like that one class really made me realize that I feel like big class sizes are not the way to go when it comes to learning. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and hopefully you learned a lot about why big class sizes are not the way to go. Thank you.